Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Nclex-Rn again. I'm glad to have you back to my channel. So in the previous video, I promised I'm going to be sharing my experience as regards to the materials I used for my exam and how many days or how many weeks I prepared for the exam. And then a lot of people have been coming to my DM asking, did I attend online class? What did I do different? How did I do it? A lot of people even doubted if I did my 150 questions under 2.5 hours. So, so people have something to say, whether good or bad. So I'm doing this video basically for those who have asked for the materials and how I did, about how I went about the process. So basically, on this video, I'll be talking about the materials, and then I'll make another video on how you can register, how you can either you are being self-sponsored or you are going under agency, depending on where you are coming from. So I'm going to make another video as regards to that. So, but basically for today's video, it's going to be about materials, resources that I used, and then how I went about them. So basically, like I said, I don't want anybody to make the similar mistake I made when I was preparing for this exam. My mistake was I had a lot of materials. To be honest with you, I was following one class at some point and I stopped. Then I didn't like attend it. I won't say I attended the class because they had like a review WhatsApp group for review. Then they have a paid class, but I didn't attend any class, to be honest with you. So, but I used a lot of materials and it helped me. Even though at some point I was confused because I was like, I have a lot of things to read. Let me just face one and don't let me just face one and trash it. So what I want to say is that don't allow anybody to deceive you that this material is the best for this thing, or this material is the, like, don't allow anybody to give you this whole impression that there is a specific material you need for this exam, or there's a specific online class you need to attend. You don't even need to attend online class. You just need few materials. So there's a lot of materials. There is Kaplan. A lot of people use Kaplan. There is ATI. There is Sondax. There is Archer Review. So Archer has like it's like a website, or they designed it like an app where you pay for accessibility. Then you have access to videos of lectures on different system and different areas regarding the new generation Nclex. Then after that, some of this package comes with what's it called? It comes with questions. Questions is about like 2,900 questions for that of Archer. So it has like a package. Then Simple Nursing have similar thing, and at the same time, UWord has similar things. Like I say, it's about the one at your disposal, the one you can afford, and the one you feel like can work for you. So, like I said, I used this order I've mentioned, but I didn't use Kaplan and ATI, but I used Saunders, I used Archer, I used Simple Nursing, and I used UWord, and I used I think, yeah, that was all I used for my exam. But what I want you to understand is I basically used Archer because I started with Archer. I was enjoying Archer to some point. Then a friend told me about UWord. But the only thing you need to understand that UWord is a bit expensive. It's more expensive than Archer. Then Archer is a bit affordable. So Archer has a lot of packages. There is 1 month package, there is 3 months, there is 2 months, depending on what you want. And they have like a private tutor that you can easily pay, and then you can get to their live classes and then attend. Then they have a study plan. So I will firstly, let me not be moving from here to here. Let me start with Archer. Archer. Archer is very good. I would recommend Archer anytime, any day. The reason is Archer has the way they program the whole thing. They have a study timetable for you, study plan. There is 6 week study plan, and then there is it depends on what you can achieve. There is more than 6 weeks. There is like 3 months, depending on what you can work with and how prepared or what you want. Everybody have individual choices. So Archer has all these questions that looks like more like it's like a new generation question bank. Very nice. Then they have questionnaire to every questions, and then there's videos you can watch. Then there is crash course video that you can watch towards the end of your exam. So when you subscribe, I think that of 2 months subscription has this video and then has question bank. So the videos are there for you already. You just need to watch them, understand what they are saying. It's like a content review. They're reviewing different systems. Not like they are telling you everything about the system, but they are reviewing systems and then picking out places that they feel that it is okay for them to work with. And then they feel like, okay, this is where Nclex can ask possible questions and all. So that's good about Archer. So one good thing about Archer is that they have good rationales that you can read. So don't make, like I said, I made a lot of silly mistakes. So when I started my Archer review, I was reading Archer, like I was doing the readiness assessment almost every day. I did it every day, but the mistake I was making is that I just wanted to like do it and get a high score. I was ignoring the rationale up until like 3 weeks to my exam. That was when I started taking the rationale very serious. So what I do is that at the end of my readiness assessment, I would now come back to the questions. Maybe I'll be scoring like 65 or 66. I will go back to the questions and view the statistics and everything. So the ones I got correctly, I still go back and read the rationales. So you can be getting some good points from the ones you got wrongly and the ones you got rightly. So don't ignore the ones you got wrongly and feel like you know them. There are some options there that the information there can actually help you. And this is only achievable when you sit down, get a jotter, try to jot things that sound so strange to your hearing. Like there are some medicines, some pharmacology questions that you be like, in your entire year, maybe 10 years of practicing as a nurse, you've not come across this medication. Doing those rationale will be able to help you because you can't finish everything. You can't finish everything. I don't know, but I feel like even if you finish everything, I don't think I remember all you've read. It's not possible. It's not possible. So this rationale can actually help. It goes a long way. So I started using this rationale towards my exam and it really helped me. So I watched the video and I made sure I watched this 3 days crash course they have at the beginning of the videos of their video. I made sure I completed it few days to my exams. I made sure I watched those videos very well. Then another material that I used was Saunders. So that was part of the materials I bought when I started incubating the whole decision of writing this Nclex. So I bought Saunders in January and I didn't open it up until like September, to show you how unserious I was. Then I started utilizing it well in December. So I didn't have time to finish all the questions in Saunders and all the systems, but I treated the most important system. I did pediatrics in the Saunders. I did maternity. I did mental health. I did endocrine system. I did gastro. I did cardiovascular. I did few, but I didn't finish the entire Saunders because I didn't have time. Time was already choking me. So I would just read the system, jot down important points, then go and do the question. So the question helped at some point as well. Then they have for Saunders, after every system, the next page that is following it is the pharmacology of that system. So that helped a lot. So for when I did my mental health system, when I read my mental health, immediately I met mental health pharmacology, and it helps because you see Nclex like mental health. When it comes to mental health pharmacology, Nclex does not joke with benzodiazepine, the likes of what's it called, diazepam, lorazepam, citalopram. They don't joke with that. You see some bipolar medications like lithium. Nclex does not joke with that. You see all this haloperidol and the likes of it. Nclex, they love those questions very well. I was seeing all those questions, and funny enough, they won't be asking you the dosage or maybe the indication. They'll be asking you some side effects, blood values to monitor, the drug toxicity level, and all. So you just need to have those things at your finger, have those things at the back of your mind. You need to have it offhand. You need to jot things down because jotting was helping. It really helped me. So Archer, I did one funny thing when I was preparing for my when I was reading Archer. Archer has notes that you can actually download and print. So I went and printed Archer notes and I pasted almost all the lab values and different systems on my wall. And I was like, if my landlord or my house agency come for viewing or for inspection, that I'm going to be in hot soup. So it was very funny. So at some point, my landlord came for viewing, and the day he was coming, I quickly removed everything. I was trying to because when I was reading for my Nclex, I would go on TikTok, I would see people, the way they make a lot of jotting, a lot of notes, a lot of paper card. I was like, God, this exam, I hope it's not going to be one crazy exam. I hope it's not going to be one tough, massive exam, because it was not necessarily the way I see people's TikTok video. I used to get scared. So I was trying to inculcate that, and then so Acha was very good. It was like I really enjoyed using Acha. Then Sunders, I enjoyed Sunders. So if you're going for Sunders, I have the soft copy. So at the end of this video, if you need the soft copy, just comment. Then I'm going to be dropping my Twitter account and my Instagram account for you to follow me and send me a DM, so that I can be able to send you some links and some recordings as well. So basically, after Sunders, another thing that I didn't play with is my case recording. A friend shared my case recording with me, and I made use of that my case recording so much. I made use of it very well. I was doing it to the point of like, if I'm going out, if I'm going for shopping, my AirPod is in my ear, I'm listening to my case recording. If I'm in the gym, if I'm on my way to work, the only way I don't use it is at work. But you see, outside of work, if you see me with AirPods, just know that I'm not playing music. I'm listening to something, and it really helped me. I won't lie, it really helped me. Then, like I said, I was jack of all trade. I also used Simple Nursing, but I didn't pay for Simple Nurse package. I was watching Simple Nursing YouTube videos, and that was like 2 weeks to my exam. That was when I started Simple Nursing. A friend introduced me, but I didn't get to apply for the pay for the package and all. I didn't get to register with Simple Nursing. But Simple Nursing was very helpful. You see Simple Nursing YouTube videos, it was very helpful. But I used it towards my exam date. So I used it for my mental health, maternity, pediatrics, and then field cardiology. And one thing I like about Simple Nursing is that whenever it gives you a scenario, it would make reference to ATI, Kaplan, Saunders, and combine everything, and also make reference to the possible questions that Nclex asks. And I remember this guy, I think is Michael, used to say, do not let Nclex trick you. So they go ahead to make all those areas that they feel like Nclex can ask you. That's one good thing I love about Simple Nursing. And the explanation is very superb. Like, I enjoy it. They teach to the point that you will understand it, you won't forget it. You know, after watching Simple Nursing video as regards to filter heart rate monitoring, I became like an expert in it. Honestly, I was solving it like I was solving ECG questions, which before now, those days when I was training, when I see pathograph, I used to run, because I was not even interested to look at it and look at how the baby's heart rate and contraction is going. I was not ready. But after using Simple Nursing, like, I started enjoying it. It really helped me. So Simple Nursing is also helpful. And like I said, don't allow anybody to tell you that this particular product is not good. Don't. Just try and get resources and try and streamline resources. Then at some points, I got UWord password from a friend, and to be honest with you, UWord is very okay. I won't say UWord is not okay. UWord is very okay, but UWord they'll make it look as if you are going to do an exam that is tougher than Nclex, because I realized that UWord questions are more like a bit difficult, a bit conk questions. Like, I used UWord, I did like 2 readiness, maybe like 3 readiness assessment to UWord, and I dropped UWord, and I told my colleague, you see, I'm tired, let me just face Acha. It's me and Acha, we die here. So I was doing Acha, I was doing Simple Nursing. But to be honest with you, see Acha, Simple Nursing, and market recording, and Saunders, these 4, they really came true for me. They really came true for me, honestly. Especially Acha really came true, because I was doing Acha review almost every day, even at work. Like, when I go for banking at times, I'll be on my system. If the area where I'm working is scam, I'll be doing the Acha review, and some of my colleagues will just come and peep in. Young man, what are you doing? But that was it. So Marquet recording is very okay, because Marquet is an Nclex review. I think at some point he was in charge of, I think he was part of the people that mark Nclex and set Nclex question, but he now later joined to be like review Nclex for students and all. So it was very helpful. I listened to his record almost every day. when I was preparing. So basically, I prepared people. When I tell people I didn't use up to 2 months, they're like, "Guy, you are joking." So I'm thinking, "Guy, you are so brainy." No, it's just like I created time for that. Then I gave it my all. I said I must trash it down. I gave it my all. At some point, I felt frustrated. I felt hopeless. I wanted to like stop. So let me just do it. Let me just take this decision. So these materials, there are a lot of material, like I said. So it's left for you to streamline what you want. Then another thing I want you to understand is that Nclex, at some point, I feel like Nclex is easy at some point, and at some point, I feel like it's difficult because I feel like Nclex is just testing your safety as a nurse. You just want to be sure a patient will be safe if a patient is under your care. Then another thing the Nclex want to know is that if you know that thing that every other nurse or every other person out there know, that's what they want you to. That's what they are testing you for. Then they want to when it comes to prioritization, they want you to understand which patient are you going to see first, which patient would require urgent attention. Like they love triaging so much. Nclex and triaging, they are 5 and 6. So without not wasting much of your time, I just want to say a few things here. I'm going to be talking about 3 words. It's about consistency, courage, and then confidence. One, you have to be consistent. See, consistency is just very simple. It applies in every area of life. Once you're consistent with something, believe me, you become an expert in that. If you're consistent with this particular thing, maybe you're an expert in cannulation. You can relate almost every day. Believe me, in 4 5 years, you close your eyes and cannulate a patient that his vein is difficult to get. That's just one thing about consistency, and it applies to this Nclex prep. Don't start reading at some point. After 1 month, you stop and you pick up again after 2 weeks. No, be consistent. Keep pushing through. Aim higher. Aim high score when you are doing your graded assessment, your readiness assessment. Then your rationale. Read your rationale. Are you using U word? Read your U word rationale. Are you using ACHA? Read the rationales. Are you using simple nursing? Same thing applies. And one thing, U word has good question bank. ACHA has good question bank. Simple nursing has good question bank. Same applicable to Saunders as well. So if you're going to be using Saunders, ACHA, and simple nursing, believe me, you will pass Nclex. Even if you don't use U-word, even if you don't listen to Marquee, even if you don't use ATI, even if you don't use K-Plan, you are going to pass Nclex. So, like I say, try and streamline your materials. If you are preparing, streamline your materials, work towards it. You don't even necessarily need classes. I'm not trying to castigate those that are attending class. We have individual differences. But I feel like at some point, you don't necessarily need classes for it. You just need to get all these materials and then create time for yourself. Call it a business. Be like, put all your effort in it and then trash it out. That's just what I believe in. Okay, so without not wasting much of your time, like I said, I'm going to be making a video as regards to the pathway, how to become a US-RN and how to register for your Nclex and every other thing, so that you'll be able to do this. Okay, I hope I've been able to answer those who have been asking asking me questions, materials I use, how did I go about it. I hope I've been able to answer a little. Like I said, I used Saunders, I used ACHA review, I used I didn't use K-Plan, I used few words, which is about, I just did 3 readiness assessment, that was all. But you see, ACHA, simple nursing, my case recording, Saunders, they were very helpful. Yeah, I see videos on YouTube, people saying the hype for ACHA review is too high, it's that and that. To be honest with you, what works for me might not work for you. You might use U-word and pass, I will use ACHA and pass. I might use U-word and fail. You might use U-word and you might use ACHA and fail. So let's just try and be optimistic, be positive about whatever we are doing. Okay, so like I said, at the end of this video, in this video description, to say, I'm going to be posting links, and then I will be posting soft copies of Saunders' latest edition. Then the recordings, I'm going to be posting my Twitter account and my Instagram. So if you need any of the recordings, just message me. I'm going to share that with you. If you need Saunders 9th edition as well, I'm going to do that. for you. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share it to your colleagues. Okay, I promise to be bringing nice videos for you guys. Thanks for your time once again. I appreciate you, and have a lovely day wherever you are.